I don't remember how I got there, but something is holding me because I can feel it physically around me. And it says, Mary Jo, you cannot stay. And I say, why? Or first I was upset. I said, what? And it said, you cannot stay. And then I said, why? And this voice that I don't see his face, I can't tell you what it looks like because I have no idea. It says to me, you can't stay because you have more to do. And I said, oh, more to do? And he goes, yes, you haven't given enough. And I said, I haven't given enough. And I started talking about every human acolyte I could think. I started saying, you know, I work at that cancer center. I only get paid $600 a month. I'm on 24/7 call. There's nobody that can't call me in the middle of the night, and I actually answer the phone and talk to him. Everything possible that I could brag about on a tombstone, I talked to this God about. And then God says, well, let me ask you one question. And then it says, have you ever loved any person the way you've been loved in this short time here? And I said, no, it's impossible. I'm just a human. And it kind of chuckled. It wasn't human, but it was able to relate to me in a very human way that made me feel loved. And it wasn't laughing at me, but it was a chuckle, like it had a playful edge, and it said, you can do better. And then I remember waking up, and Ron was crying, and he's got this form of what they give you when you're going to have surgery. And he's like, Mary, you know, we got to go over this form. I need to know that you know what I'm saying. And then Ron goes, Mary, listen, you know, you could die. You're really sick, and they're going to have to do surgery on you. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to die, because I just talked to God and He won't let me.